All right, so today I want you to get a little bit more practice with actually using linear regression tools. So let's start our day with the do now. Use the linear regression equation shown to algebraically predict how many cats a 50-year-old might own. Okay, so this is similar to yesterday but different, right? Because we actually have an equation this time. So pause the video, see if you can use that equation with your calculator to make our prediction for our 50-year-old. Then unpause the video when you're ready to see the result. All right, so our function is this 0.0629x plus 0.2934. We have our function for a 50-year-old. So f of 50 is 0.0629 times 50 plus 0.2934. Note, all we're doing is taking our equation and replacing that 50. We'll grab our calculator, 0.0629 times 50 plus 0.02934, and we get about 3.4 cats. Now, obviously, we can't have 3.4 cats. We're going to round down, so we're going to say about 3 cats. Looking at the graph, that seems reasonable. All right, now what I want you to do today is to use what you learned yesterday about lines of best fit and linear regression, and I want you to complete this task about rent and square footage of a house. You can find this task in the blue basket marked Wednesday by the door. In this task, we have Anne, who's obtained the list of apartments and how much they cost based on their square footage, the size of the apartment, right? I would like you to use linear regression analysis to determine if there's a correlation. Correlation in this case just means connection. So is there some sort of mathematical connection, right? Relationship between the square footage of an apartment and the monthly rent. So is the amount of square footage going to increase the rent, decrease the rent, etc. So just kind of create your scatter plot and then look at that relationship. Then I would like you to determine the regression equation, that is your line of best fit, using the regression tools we learned yesterday. If you need to, go back and rewatch the video on how to find that linear regression equation. And then we want our rounding today to be to the nearest hundredth, so that is 2 decimal places of accuracy. Then I'd like you to use that regression equation to determine the price you might expect to pay for an 810 square foot apartment. And then I'd like you to use your equation to determine how much square footage you might expect to get if it costs $17.10. Now note, this one's a little different. So your equation, is f of x equals something. This here is your f of x. So in this case, you're going to have 1710 equals your equation, and then you're going to need to algebraically solve your equation. And then I want you to continue forward with the rest of the prompts. All right? Try to have this done by the end of the class. Feel free to message me with any questions.